Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 3, Ruined World. Last time I started on a repetitive messenger quest between two remote huts. In fact, I forgot just how much of a pain in the butt this quest chain is with my current level of exploration. I don't want to go much farther to the east because there be stronger monsters out there. Yes, stronger even than ogres and bear. And definitely stronger than wolves or wargs, although I don't think I ever scryed a warg. Ah, dang it. Fine, I'll have Garnet scry monster and then fireball everything. There we go. Anyway. Eastward is still a little too rough for the likes of me, so I'm going to head back west instead. Oh dear, I should actually go get food while I'm still near Farport. Provisioner, your finest rations, please. There we go. So, I've already done a fair bit of exploring while off-screen. Mostly just the boring parts. Huh. There's gotta be a way in here. Here we go. Dryad Glade, that's interesting. This grove is far too peaceful and well-tended to be entirely natural. And sure enough, you hear singing from inside. It's a female voice, and very sad. Hike in? You walk quietly into the grove. The moment you set foot inside, however, all noise, be it singing, or chirping, or the rustling of leaves, ceases. Everything is deathly quiet. A female form walks from the woods, delicate, beautiful, clad in leaves. You get very nervous very fast. It's a dryad, and she doesn't look happy. She looks you up and down. Adventurers. Humph. That's all I need. Here I am, overwhelmed with utter sadness, and in addition, I have to deal with big, smelly oafs tromping my begonias. I have half a mind to make you grow the ears of an ass, or be forever cursed, or something like that. But I am merciful, like nature herself. If you can improve my mood, I will spare you. I am sad, because it has been hundreds of years since I have seen something truly beautiful. I'm sure you understand. And you might be able to make me feel better. Do you have something beautiful to show me? Does this large collection of throwing knives count? The dryad looks at you intently. She stares at your packs with such intensity you suspect she may be able to see through them. Then she looks at you angrily and stamps her foot. You don't have anything pretty at all. She turns her nose up in the air. I have half a mind to take you and make you my slaves forever, but I'm a nice dryad. Just go away and don't come back without something pretty. She waves her hand and you fall asleep. When you wake up again, you're outside the grove. You feel funny. And dumbfounded. Fortunately, not to the point that I can't cast some Restore Minds. So, someday, eventually, we will find something beautiful for the Dryad. Today will not be that day. Also, I think I would have gotten a better result if I had clicked no instead of yes. Oops. You find the remains of an ogre and a giant lizard. The ogre's sword is between the lizard's ribs, and the lizard's teeth are around the ogre's throat. Ugly. The sword is still usable, however. Unfortunately, it is not identified. Yeah, very empty area here. Although we have a lovely fetid swamp, which is full of poison. This is clearly an area that relies heavily on mining. One bit of evidence leading you to that conclusion is this tunnel into the ground, shored up by thick, heavy pillars and guarded by two nasty-looking soldiers. Do you enter? You wander into the mine, and are soon not too gently escorted out again. Claim jumpers are a common hazard here at the back of Beyond, and nobody is taking any chances on fraternizing with strangers. Okay then. And that's the same type of message. Oh no, slimes! Oh, monsters fled. Or maybe not. This game is weird sometimes. Ugh, it's all mauve slimes. This'll be annoying. Not quite as annoying as I feared. Mauve slimes can cast spells at me, but they're still pretty weak. I certainly hope that hope that nobody's getting too bored here, just watching me wander around and fill in my map. And occasionally stumble into some slimes. Because, yes, of course, I do have to fill in all the bits of map that I possibly can. That looked like another possible area of land in between the rivers. There seem to be some giant lizards around here. You begin the sweat-inducing hike up into a narrow canyon. These mountains are far from civilization, but not unoccupied. Large, toothy lizards bask themselves in the sun on the slopes above you. Some of them look like they would find you a tasty snack. Sure enough, a small band of lizards is hungry, and stupid enough, to risk your blades for a taste of your legs. Odd. Some of the lizards approaching you have a peculiar reddish hue. Oh dear, fire lizards. Hopefully I can keep on top of Connie and Peridot's health here. And yes, oh boy, fire lizards are immune to fire, which means they're immune to fireballs. Oof, it's a good thing Pearl has so much health to spare. Really need light heal all. Okay, time for a nap. Better. And all I got from that was a decent bit of XP. Kind of feel like there should be a little more in this region of the mountains, but if there is, I don't remember how to find it. There is, however, a town. Pergies. Okay, interesting. I don't think I knew about this. Can I enter this mine? Oh, I actually can. How about that? Not far inside the mine entrance, you find a small foundry. Rich iron ore from the mine below is brought up and immediately processed in small batches, using small but intensely hot magical fires. You don't stand around for long before a mage approaches you, flanked by 2 massive guards. The mage says, "I am Ragos. Greetings. Do you come for good or ill?" You explain you were just exploring, and he relaxes. "Well," he says, "I'm afraid we can't let you stay. We're very busy, and you'll get in the way. However, before you go, I should mention that we make excellent iron weapons here, at a fraction of the normal cost. We can give you a great deal if you're interested." Okay, I'll check it out. Prices are indeed extremely cheap. And iron is definitely an upgrade from where I am currently. And iron spears are cheaper than iron broadswords. I'm going to do something a little bit silly with Pearl. Item is too heavy. I'm going to see if I can dual wield spears. Oh no, spear is a 2-handed weapon, not 1-handed. Darn it. Next time I get to a place I can sell items, I'll have to sell off one of those because only Pearl is able to use pull weapons at the moment. I could potentially train up someone else in pull weapons. But yeah, see kids? It's always good to go poking around and shoving your face into walls looking for secret passages. Oh, there's a bridge on this one. This old stone bridge looks like it was hurriedly built, and then left behind when it outlived its usefulness. It's still safe to cross. Barely. For certain values of safe when there are slimes involved. Okay, looks like I don't find anything hidden in the mountains here. There is something next to the river. There is a large holly bush growing on the riverbed. Holly is not a very powerful alchemy ingredient, but definitely has its uses. Some of the berries even look fresh and usable. Sure, I'll put a few of those in the stash. Okay. Connie has it. And that seems to be all that's useful on this scrap of land. Right. So now let us explore the town of Pergies. Darn, I didn't actually manage to get it on screen, but we had yet another town guard versus slime fight. I got into another fight with just slimes earlier and got Peridot enough leaked experience to get her up another level. Soon she will be useful. When you pass through the gate, you are attacked by a cloud of dust. It assails your eyes and lungs, gets caught in your armor, and makes the inside of your mouth taste like mud. Piles of ore are scattered everywhere, and the air is grey. Welcome to Pergies, mining capital of Krizan province. You can hardly wait to leave. Also, I saw a random townsperson got killed by a slime. I hope they weren't important. This is a storeroom for processed ore. Crates and barrels of charred rock wait to be dealt with, probably by one of the smelters outside of town. Same thing. There's a stick in this wall. Sure. Barracks. Another random book. The Fury of the Nephilim. Hermer drew his sword and strode forth from the crude, disgusting mud hut in which the foul feline creature lived with his disgusting brethren. "Now I go forth," he cried. "Now I go and slay humans, and butcher their children, and interfere with their farm animals foully, for that is my purpose on this earth. And the Empire shall never get all of us, no matter what they do." Okay, a little bit of propaganda there. Pergies Toolery. Another book. And lockpicks that I can't take. Weaponry of the Realm. Many are the tools of destruction that have been developed for use in melee. These can generally be divided into 3 groups: pole weapons, bashing weapons, and most commonly edged weapons. Pole weapons, such as spears and halberds, do the most damage, but require 2 hands to use. Bashing weapons, such as maces and hammers, are often less effective, but powerful magic specimens are thought to exist. The toolsmith looks up from a rather intricate repair job. You can't help but feel the smith's face looks familiar somehow. I am known as Mary. Welcome to my shop. I and my siblings run shops such as this all over Valorum. I have a host of fine tools you can purchase. Also, I deal in used goods. Any supplies you no longer want, you can sell to me. Hooray! Also, siblings? Yes, my parents were well blessed with children, and taught us well the toolsmithing trade. We have since then left home and spread all over Valorum, opening shops and plying our trade, and enabling the game programmer to copy-paste us instead of coming up with a new character for each and every tiny town. You may have visited one of my brothers or sisters' shops. You would be able to tell because of our unfortunate naming situation. My parents were somewhat uncreative and gave us all the same name. Kind people are parents, talented with their hands, but dumb as posts. Okay then. So we can buy torches, lamp, poison, lockpicks. Can also sell stuff I don't need. Don't have a whole lot of stuff to sell here. Okay, don't need the bronze spear now that I've got an iron. Still haven't shown anything with the Wand of Orb. May need to wait until I get into a nice dungeon for that. Another storeroom. Hello. A man with dark skin and an intense expression sits at the table, reading a prayer book. He seems strangely unconcerned that you just barged into his room. He wears ominous, blood-red robes. I am simply called Paulo. I am a humble priest, wandering the lands and spreading my teachings. For now, I have found this village a pleasant place to stay. Pergies is pleasant, and far from most of the monsters that afflict Valorum. I plan to stay here for some time. Alas, not all in this area are entirely savory. The village of Delis to the south is a rather immoral place, for example. In fact, some people there, and I consider them only barely human, committed the theft of a package of my herbs. Delis is the home to all manner of pirate scum. I know for a fact that one of them took a package of herbs from a ship coming from the north, and that it's hidden in a back room in the inn there. You take note of this. I'd reward well someone who brought that package to me. Just be careful. Those parasites protect their own. Well, I'm sure you are entirely trustworthy and on the up and up there, Paulo. His face beams. Ah, you wish to take the path to enlightenment? Are you more interested in philosophy or magic? Well, both, really. I teach the divinely inspired philosophy of divine independence. We have been given by our creators the greatest gift of all, the ability to act as independent creatures. This has a much ignored accompanying responsibility, however, the responsibility to remain independent. Those who lose their independence are parasites. One should only take from others as part of a fair trade. Let's just say that the other churches are perfectly free to saddle themselves with the poor and crippled. We take only those who can help us, and who want the divine freedom to not help others. Ah, there's the catch. So you mentioned magic. I know several simple rituals, which may easily be adapted to the workings of your faith. Alas, I need to eat. I will require a small fee, should you wish to purchase my knowledge. Minor Mana, Summon Spirit, and Move Mountains is a pretty good one to have if I don't already. I may have to come back here. Stephen, do you know those spells? I know none of those. Okay. Definitely have to come back to Paulo later, or anybody else who will sell me those particular spells. The bar is being tended by a vigorous woman in a black leather jerkin. She has dirty blonde hair and a tanned face. I'm Ilsa. Care for a drink? We have the standard inn fare. Beer is 2 gold, and a room is 8. Room's expensive, but very, very nice. And not much worry about slimes. She looks very worried. There aren't many of them out here, thank heavens, but they're coming. Mark my words. Hope something's done about it soon. I'm worried sick about my daughter. Her name's Susie. She'll be around here somewhere, that little tomboy. I just hope if she sees a slime, she has the sense to run, instead of throwing rocks at it or trying to make it a pet or some insane thing like that. Really hope she's not the one that got killed off screen. The beer is excellent, if a bit gritty from all the dust. By way of conversation, Ilsa says, "Watch out for that weird priest." He says his name's Paulo. He's in the first room. He says he teaches spells, but I think he's a bit creepy. Still, as long as he pays for his room and doesn't bug anybody, he's not so awful. Okay, that's just a generic townswoman. Oh good, here's Susie. This girl might be about 10. So covered is she by grime and ore dust, however, that she could also be any age from 4 to 16. She looks at you with interest. "I'm Susie," she says. "I'm looking for slimes. They're big and nasty, and when I see one, I yell so the guards can kill them." Good for you. "Then I can be a big adventurer and go to Exile." Okay. "I hear there are weird, pale people and big, evil monsters down there, and I can fight them and get treasure." You sure can. "And then I can be rich and famous." "Yeah, and then I can go to bed whenever I want." She squats on the ground and picks at a scab on her knee reflectively, pondering this wondrous fate. Well, at least Susie is indeed smart enough to alert the town guard and make sure the slimes get dead. As you start to step through the door, you notice the floor on the other side looks slightly suspicious. Let me just save my game then. Peridot, you've got some traps ability. Evidently not enough. This does basically look like just somebody's home, so I'm going to pretend that last bit didn't happen, and not do some home invasion in this time around. Find foodstuffs. The proprietor seems to be out at the moment. Possibly slimed. Okay. Yeah, that is it for Pergies. And I'm feeling like that is it for me right now, so we shall continue in the next episode. Have a good one, everybody.